These are the Hollusion materials that I want to test out, try, because currently the Atmosfx Hollusion material is out of stock. And while I do like it, I prefer it, I've already been using it for 2 years in the archway in the yard. I wanted to do something different this year where I put material along my fence so I can then use a motion sensor and project onto the fence so it still has that Hollusion effect. So I wanted to test a couple different materials, this one being the closest. All of these I got off Amazon. This one is Reaper Brothers, and I actually, before projection mapping, purchased several of their kits, their projectors, so I've had a good experience with their products. What I like about this one, while it is as pricey as Atmosfx, the difference is it is 36 by 80, so my fence that I put up at Halloween is 3 feet tall, so this will be perfect to run along it. The Atmosfx one is really quite a bit larger than this one, so price comparison, obviously this would probably be better bang for your buck, but because of the size I might prefer this one. And as you can tell, I mean, they're very similar, almost identical in color and material. The next one that I read about in a few groups is this power mesh fabric. Cheaper, more of it, but then I'd have to figure out, like, where's these have grommets, as does this have a grommet. This I would have to find some other way to hang it, which wouldn't be the end of the world. I'd probably just use some clips. This color isn't too bad. It's a little bit lighter. I like that I don't know what you'd call that, but as far as the density, is that the right word? I don't know what the right word is, but it's not, it's comparable is what I'm trying to say. Then the last one I ordered, I don't even know if I want to try this one. I don't know if I want to test it. Several people had talked about doing gray tulle. This, like, look at that. Yeah, no, I don't think this is going to work. I think it's too, it's just not thick enough. I don't think it's going to work. So while it is a great color comparison to Atmosfx and the Reaper Brothers, I just think it's going to be too, I don't think it's going to hold the image very well. So I don't think I'm going to try that one. I will try the power mesh. I don't think this is going to be an issue at all, but I'll just, for comparison's sake, I will test all those.
This test that I did was in my doorway from my bedroom to my bathroom. So if you see some image spill behind, that's why. Don't let that be a concern. But if you're looking at the left side, you can kind of see like a midpoint. The left side is the power mesh and the right side is the Reaper Brothers material. The first thing I would notice if I hadn't seen this in person is it almost does appear like the left side is a brighter, better image. I think that is just simply because it is a lighter fabric. So obviously the right is going to be a bit darker. If that's a concern to you, you know, and you really want to use like Hollusion versus the power mesh, you could always just bump up your brightness on the projector or in an editing software. After comparing the two materials, I personally, for my needs for the fence, I'm going to go with the Reaper Brothers. It's already sewn, it's already got grommets, and it's the perfect height. The power mesh, if you cannot find the Atmosfx material, you will not be disappointed at all with this material. The image shows up perfectly. If you use some clips and you're not worried about the grommets and, you know, having to do any like seamstress work, it'll be a perfect alternative. In the earlier clip, I recorded this a little bit earlier. Since then, the Atmosfx Hollusion material is back in stock. If you need something bigger, the power mesh is a little bit bigger than that material. So if you need to cover a bigger area, that may be perfect for your needs. For me, I'm going to go with the darker one. I feel like it'll fade into the background. It'll fade into the scene a little bit better. At the end of the day, you will not go wrong with any of these three fabrics. If you're new to adding a Hollusion effect to your yard with the projections, you're going to love it. it brings so much life to your display. And all three of these fabrics will serve their purpose perfectly. So I will add all the links to the fabrics below, and please let me know if you have any questions at all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.